Welcome back to the channel. It's my buddy Greg and his 1986 Camaro. Greg, tell us what you've done to this car so far, man.
Yeah, so far we've I bought the car as a roller and we dropped a 350 in it. It came with the transmission, but the transmission on it was no good, so we had to put a new transmission in it also, and then just done a bunch of burnouts, really. I mean, obviously
that's what you got the car for, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I haven't touched the paint.
Yeah. And that's why I'm here today, man. I'm actually gonna pick the car up and take it back to the house. Also, don't mind our kids screaming and playing in the background. But I think that we can get this paint to shine again. I know it's gonna be a lot of work and there's a lot of mold, there's a lot of stuff on it, man, but I think if we get you a little bit of shine, that'll carry you until you can actually get this thing painted. And who knows, maybe you'll just leave it as it is and just rip it, man.
Maybe, yeah, it's just kind of a mess around car, you know, not looking for a show pony, but at the same time, it'd be nice for it to look better. So looking forward to it, man.
Heck yeah, man. I'm excited. This is probably the worst paint I've ever worked on. So I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to pull it off, man.
I'm honored.
I've already consulted some guys. They've told me what to do. So I'm just gonna put it to work, man, and see what happens. But,
okay, all right.
Cool, bro. Let's get this thing loaded up.
Sounds good.
Got it. Yep. Whoop. Just through the rear ramp. I'm gonna get the jack. I'm gonna get the jack. Really hoping I don't screw this up because I'm doing this solo. Perfect. Watch out, bow tie. Well, Greg, man, I can see why you like ripping around on this thing. It's responsive. Here is a beautiful piece of American muscle right here at Yeah Buddy Garage. This is not gonna be a perfect restoration, but I feel like we can do a lot with this paint. Now, that's primer. That's primer. That's some metallic paint. It's not perfect, okay? I mean, you got Bondo. You got, yeah. You know, you got cracks. I think the car was originally white and they put an enamel paint over that white. So this is gonna be a single stage paint that's just real dirty. And I mean, even the glass is just covered in stuff, you know? Really hoping we can get some shine back to this car. First up, let's go ahead and bust out the pressure washer. We gotta blast off as much of this junk as we can. There's a whole bunch of leaves and stuff down here in the cowl. We gotta get all that out. And then we can get to work on reviving this old paint. The wheels are pretty clean. I'm like kind of surprised with that. A lot of that mold and junk is coming off of the paint. It's feeling a lot better, but we still got a long way to go. Just gonna just close on that there. Yep. Now we got a lot of chalk everywhere. So you could straight up start working on this with a wool pad, a foam pad, or whatever, but this chalk, especially on these single stage paints, probably only on these single stage paints, is gonna gum your pad up so quick. So, got my buddy Big D E-tailing down in Miami. He's my go-to detailer contact. He said, man, hit it with some purple power and some magic erasers, and that's gonna knock the majority of that chalk off. So when you go to polish, it's not gonna gum up your pad as quickly. Let's see how this looks. I mean, that one little section, and this pad's already getting gummed up. This feels like the equivalent of a clay bar process on like a clear coat paint. I mean, maybe that's the goal of this, you know? And I'm not a pro. I just want you guys to know that. I'm doing this for fun. I'm doing it for my buddy Greg, and he knows this isn't gonna be perfect when I'm done with it. But this kind of stuff is fun to me. It's like, go buy a hot rod, go do some burnouts and donuts, enjoy it. And you know what? If you got money to paint it, but if you don't, who cares? You know what? I'm just gonna do, I think I'm gonna do half the hood, the whole process on half the hood, and see how it comes out. I mean, dadgum. That is a major improvement. I mean, yeah, we still got some chalkiness right here, but look at the difference. That's just with hitting it with the Purple Power and the Magic Eraser. I hope I got enough of this stuff. Using that 3D two-step polish, we're gonna start off with the wool pad on the rotary buffer. This is gonna cut through paint like crazy. So you gotta be very careful about how hot you're getting the paint in the panel, and you need to be careful about how much material you're removing. I love doing stuff like this because, no offense, Greg, but it really doesn't matter if I screw this up. So we'll apply a liberal amount to the pad and start out with probably a medium, low to medium speed, and see what kind of results we get here. I'll just spread the material out here. And this part, using a rotary, is just so messy. It's already all over the windshield. Look at the pad already. You see that? We're already chewing through paint, and I haven't even started polishing yet. Got my cheap Harbor Freight buffer. We're just gonna put it on probably 2.5. We want to buff off of the panel. We want this pad to be spinning off of the panel. You don't want to be coming in this way. You're going to catch an edge and have a bad day. So that's our heavy cut is done. And I don't know if you could see this from the camera already, but dadgum, that looks pretty good. I mean, we got quite a bit of gloss back. I could probably pick the speed up a little bit. I'm gonna ruin all these towels. All right, I'm gonna move on to this section. I'm gonna pick the speed up a little bit, throw a little more of compound on there, and see what kind of results we get. Let's go up to a 3. I just don't know how much more we're gonna get out of this. But I mean, that is leaps and bounds better than what we started with over here. All right, I'm gonna hit this half of the cowl, and then we'll grab our foam pad, make a couple of passes, see what we got. Really happy with the results so far. Honestly, I mean, if you wanted to just knock this job out really fast, you could probably stop right here because I don't think you're gonna get much better than this. But I'm gonna try to refine it a little bit. So that means we're gonna take it to a polish, and then I'm probably gonna go, so we have a couple of options. I could go with another cut on an orange cutting foam pad, or I can go with the polish on a white foam cutting pad. The orange is a little heavier cut, the white is a light cut. I think I'm gonna try the white cutting pad and see how that polish does with this paint. Are we gonna improve on the gloss and the quality? Probably not, I'm not gonna lie to you. But it's fun figuring this stuff out. So this is just step 2 of that 3D polish. Man, I love this stuff. It's probably some of the best compounds that I've worked with. Now keep in mind, I'm not a pro. I shouldn't have to repeat myself when it comes to that. I just do this for fun. But I have used quite a few different types of compound, and this one seems to be the easiest to work with and the one I get consistently the best results with. And I know this is gonna destroy my pads, so. It's already red. Okay, what are we looking like here? We did get a little more depth of color, but not much more clarity. I mean, what are you refining here, you know? It's not really great paint to start with. So I mean, just even knocking this chalk off is leaps and bounds. I mean, this is still just a heavy cut. That's polished up there, and I don't think you could tell a difference. But you know what? We're gonna do the right thing and polish the whole thing. Okay, I take all that back. This actually does bring out quite a bit more color. Let me bring you in here and see if I can show you guys. I mean, right off the rip, dude, like, I'd call that good. So if we come in here, I polished this side, and this side's just a heavy cut. I don't know if this is coming up on camera, but in person, there's just a slightly deeper hue of red versus over here, because the polisher came up just a little bit. Well, I know what works, I know what my process is, so now I just gotta repeat that over the entire vehicle. Sit back, relax, and watch me get to work. Yeah, the whole car looks like that.
Holy
Like this.
Oh, I didn't realize you did half of it.
I've only done half of it.
Dang.
I told you it'd polish. You didn't believe me, did you?
No, not at all.
Isn't that
Oh
crazy?
my God, he's gonna be so excited.
Yeah, Greg was like, there's no way, bro. There's no way. And I'm like, yeah, I think I can do it. They're washing the car for me. Good job, boys.
What?
Y'all are doing good.
Oh, I thought you said watch out.
No, good job, man.
What? Oh, clean the wheels.
Y'all let me know when you're done.
Okay, I just need a top.
Well, the boys did a good job washing the car last night. And to seal this in, I'm gonna use the Sweet Patina sauce. This is a patina preserver and is perfect for these single stage paints. Now to get ready for the patina sauce, I'm gonna be using their all-purpose cleaner to wipe the car down one more time because I do see some residue from the polishing compounds. I'm just gonna make sure it's totally clean before we apply the sauce. Now again, this paint job's not perfect. There's a lot of orange peel on it, and it seems like that polishing compound is like in the craters of that orange peel. But again, this APC will take it right out. Now it's time to put on the sauce. And this is literally wipe on and wipe off. Now this is gonna act like a coat of wax. You can reapply this every 4 to 6 months, and they have a detail spray that you can use in between called Happy Ending, and I use that quite a bit as well. I've had this stuff on my C10. I've put this stuff on all kinds of things, and it just does such a good job. Missed a spot. This is one of my favorite treatments for this single stage paint. So once you wipe it on, you let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes and come back and wipe it off. So basically by the time you get all of the car covered, you can go back, buff it off, and you're done. Before I move on to the rest of the car, you can see the difference in the depth of color and sheen with the patina sauce. Now this is gonna, once you buff it off and it sits, it's not gonna be quite as shiny, but that depth of color will still be there. And this is a huge, huge improvement from when we started. We got an even layer of patina sauce all over the car. It's been sitting for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now it's time to buff it off. Well, folks, there it is. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Does it look better? 100% yes. We got some shine back to this old single stage paint. And man, I'd say that looks pretty dang good for what it is. It's time to put some finishing details on this car, load it up on the trailer, and get it back to Mr. Greg. Oh, sweet. Got some of that spray paint on there. I've had this in the cabinet for years. It's actually the same color. I just didn't have enough to cover up all the primer. Oh, sweet. Thanks, buddy. Got the new license plate for the old F100 in the garage. This thing came out so nice. Compared to where we started. Holy cow. I think Greg's gonna be pretty happy with this one. So you have not seen the car.
I have not.
I've been taking pictures. I haven't been posting anything. And I think you're going to be really surprised because I was honestly pretty surprised when I got done with it. So
I'll be surprised. I mean, not that I doubted you at all, but I mean,
Yeah.
it was in pretty rough shape.
it was, dude. It was. All right, we're going to throw open the door and see what you think, man. How do we do this thing?
Let's do it. Oh my gosh, dude, what?
It's almost like a new car.
What
Here,
is going on, dude? How did you even?
A lot of elbow grease, dude.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of elbow grease. Now, if we come around to the driver's side, I found some paint, man.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
So I didn't get it 100% because I ran out, but it
dude,
matches
looks
pretty dang
so
good,
much
man.
Better.
Like,
Look at this thing.
it's pretty wild.
I'm like blown away.
Lauren she didn't believe me that I was going to be able to do it.
I didn't.
Yeah. She saw it. She was like, oh my gosh,
Dude,
dude.
it looks so good.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even need to paint it.
Dude, just run it as
I'm
is.
just gonna,
you
yeah,
know?
it's perfect.
Throw the posi rear end in the back and just go do burnouts and donuts and rip it, man.
And the glass. I mean, the glass.
Yeah.
It's like looks like real glass now.
Yeah, it's actually kind of smooth now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, man.
I helped you last.
Yeah, the boys
Did you?
helped clean it up
Thank
and
you
everything.
so much.
Put some new tire shine on for you. But yeah, man, I got it
Man.
shining pretty good.
Look at this back here. Oh my gosh, is it like?
You feel it? You feel that there's like a coating on there.
Yeah.
So when I did the polish, I did a heavy cut and I did a polish, and then I finished it off with this product called Sweet Patina, and it's like a patina preserver. So they have a product like a product called Happy Ending, and it's their final detail wipe.
Okay.
So you can, if you keep applying that, like you should be able to get about 6 months out of this coating.
I'm gonna have to get.
And
that.
the Sweet Patina, dude, to put it on, you just wipe it on and wipe it off.
I'm surprised it's like there's not paint missing everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
This is. You're the man.
That's crazy,
You're
right?
the man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Just take it and make it a little better, make it more enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know, I think
it's brought back.
I think the before and after pictures too are pretty crazy,
Yeah,
man. Y'all
yeah.
have to show you. I'll just show you.
Nice.
But cool.
Heck yeah.
All right, guys and gals. Well, that's it. I think we have a happy customer here with Mr. Greg.
Very happy.
Again, this is all about having fun. You don't have to have a $100,000 hot rod. You don't have to be putting all kinds of money into your stuff. You bought this car for like what, $500?
Yeah.
Craigslist,
Yeah.
eBay, or
Marketplace.
motor,
Marketplace,
motor.
Yeah.
You found another transmission for $300.
Yeah. Yeah.
The thing
The whole
runs.
build is less than $2,500.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
And this thing runs really
It
good.
runs great,
When
doesn't
as soon as it's warmed up, like it wants to do burnouts, man. I was trying not to.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you should. I mean, I hope you'll do one. Real quick.
You can do it because now you got your car back and it looks good.
All right. Well,
cool.
thank you so much.
But as always, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see y'all in the next video.